Good morning, good evening, and good day, Croissant, and welcome to Flexy Fridays, your weekly roundup of the world of music as we perceive it to be out here in sunny Wrexham, where we are not. I should really stop saying that because more often than not, we're not in Wrexham. We are back in G21, out the back of the saddle, the free to hire event space where you can come and have a good time and enjoy some local musical talent. So, this week we are joined by James Newell, the musical brain behind the sounds of Jessica Hyde. So, how are you doing, James?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good myself. So, yeah, where have you travelled here from today?
Birkenhead.
Birkenhead.
Yes.
Nice one. So, your music, the Jessica Hyde sound, that is something very unique from what I have heard of it. So, who are some of the inspirations behind this sound?
Okay, so are you familiar with Utopia, the show that aired on Channel 4 ages ago?
Okay, I can remember hearing about it. I never watched it.
The
But,
soundtrack from that show is brilliant, and I'm beyond inspired by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name Jessica Hyde comes from the show. It's one of the main characters. So
I was actually
Yeah.
quite curious about that. Yeah, that was going to be a follow-up question. Nice one.
yeah.
So, how do you go about making this kind of electronic sound?
Okay, so there's a million ways you can start something, but normally I'll just make something sound kind of dumb and then just mess with it using Ableton's pitch algorithms or whatever, or sampler or something, so I can take the smallest, stupidest sound ever, me singing a C note or something, or for my uni assignment recently I recorded aerosols and stuff and just pitch them, arrange them, filter them, and just break them until I'm happy with them.
Yeah. So that is a lot of sampling and twisting of some recorded sounds. That's cool. I'm trying to think of have you ever heard of Infected Mushroom?
Oh god, yeah, I love
Yeah, they
Infected
do a lot of
Mushroom.
that,
Hell
don't they? Yeah. I love it. Infected Mushroom. All over that kind of.
They're some of the
mad
best
trancey
plugins
sounds.
as well.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. Yeah, they've sort of nailed that whole aspect of EDM music. So, how would you actually, taking into account at this point in the interview, our audience hasn't heard your music yet?
Yeah.
How would you describe this sound to someone who's never heard it?
The most unapologetically me you could be about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly electronic, experimental, and
Just-
unique.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the most energy condensed in a 2-minute space that I can fit in.
That's cool. What is the sort of environment that you were designing this music for? Is it something you'd like to perform live, or you DJ?
Yeah, so the whole reason I started producing electronic music in the whole place, because I was just a huge Skrillex fan, and I'd see him up there with his MIDI controller in front of this crowd making craziest sounds ever, and I was I want to do that. So yeah, I just tried to do that. I got myself a tiny little. Actually, no. For Christmas, my sister got me a tiny little DJ deck from Aldi. It was adorable, little 2-channel thing. And I just took off from there because I thought I'm never going to be able to perform somewhere meaningful, like a giant ass festival or anything like that, or even down a local pub or something. To be honest, if I don't have anything to back myself up, I needed a portfolio of work that would express me. Because I'm not just going to send someone something that's not me and then feel I have to fake everything and do something that I'm not happy with, because I'm just not prepared to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're sort of keeping it very real with your approach to all of this. So have you had many gigs with this music?
Absolutely none whatsoever. No.
So this is the real underground sound right here. Nobody has witnessed this before. Is there anywhere in particular that if you could perform somewhere and take this very unique sound, where would you what would be the dream place to perform?
Any Keep Hush sort of events, or Rampage or something like that. I play a lot of lo-fi house stuff, but I also love up pace drum and bass, dubstep. There's really weird niche genres that no one's ever heard but sound you know what I mean, just super crazy underground stuff.
Yeah, man. Okay, so right about this point in the interview, I think it's time that we give our audience a taster of the Jessica Hyde sound. So,
Hell yeah.
which tune can we play for you, first of all?
I'm going to be sending you a tune called Janus, which is the first track I'm going to put out either later this month or early next month. So,
Awesome.
yeah, my first
It's called
song.
Janus?
It's called Janus, yeah. My
Nice
first
one.
song like ever, and I'm so excited.
So this is your first release. This
Yep.
isn't. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay. So right here we've got a little exclusive look in to the upcoming first release, the debut release of the Jessica Hyde sound. So this is Janus. Take a listen and enjoy.
Hell yeah.
You just heard Janus by Jessica Hyde, and we are joined by James Newell, who is the brains behind the sound, right here today on Flexy Records. So, of course, you have described that this music is entirely yours, as an expression of yourself. So, I am definitely curious, is there anyone that you collaborate with within the creative process to get things ready for release?
So, if like I'm making a tune with someone, obviously, like we'll send project files back and forth, like stems back and forth or whatever. But if I'm not, then honestly, no. It's just me start to finish, and that's the way I like it.
Yeah.
I do have a friend I can send like my masters and stuff off to, like if I'm not happy with it or if I need like ears or something. But apart from that, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a very independent.
Yeah.
Nice. And did you mention you were this is something you were doing for uni?
Yeah, so for uni we had to like make stuff in Logic, and I can't stand Logic. I really hate Logic. It's the worst.
Yeah, I had the same thing on my course.
Yeah, oh my god. But we had to like sequence-based stuff with like a recorded element, so I decided to make my recorded element like spray cans, like shaker made out of like rice and stuff. Just anything I can to avoid recording instruments, because I can't play any instruments at all.
Okay.
So yeah, I just did that and like manipulated like the aerosol into like the white noise rises and things like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Are you very familiar? Are you familiar with the term music concrete?
No.
Okay, so do you know about like the sort of avant-garde movement within music?
Yeah.
Where they sort of stripped everything back, so like, nah, this is all too structured. let's mess things up.
Yeah.
Well, part of what came out of that was music concrete, and that is the sort of roots of recording real everyday sounds and trying to turn it into something. I think the first one was literally a guy just set up in a train station with a microphone and recorded it for ages.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's crazy how it's evolved, and now it's like merged so nicely with the electronic music scene, and you've got people like yourself taking these everyday sounds and making them into music. It's also developed into like soundscape and things, which is interesting, but that is a huge topic, and it is one I struggled to understand when I was in uni.
Yeah, I tell you, someone that's huge for this sort of thing is Skrillex. Like, you obviously have heard some of his music.
Oh,
like,
of course, man. Yeah.
It's like there's just these weirdest, like, tiny sounds that are so like irrelevant, and you could not even begin to think where they come from. Half of them, most likely.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that put me onto the whole like taking vocals and things, and completely rearranging them. Like, I was completely obsessed with him as a kid. Like, I'd just sit there and watch like all of his interviews, like especially the ones where you could see like just a tiny bit of Ableton, just to see what was like going on in his project files. But yeah, that's where I got like most of the inspiration to take all these like weird, obscure sounds and destroy them. I guess mangle them to hell.
Yeah. I think my favourite. I won't lie, like I do quite like Skrillex's sound. Like that's how I kind of got into electronic music, was when Korn brought out Get Up with Skrillex. Dude, like that whole the Path of Totality album, that was crazy. And but yeah, my favourite like bit of footage from Skrillex is when his computer crashes on stage.
And he just smashes it in half.
It's like the worst thing to happen to a DJ or a producer. And it could happen to anyone. Like,
see, the problem is, right, like, I could be wrong, but I swear the laptop just froze, right? Like, it didn't, like, break or anything, it just froze. So instead of taking, like, the MIDI controller, he takes the whole laptop right... Oh, my God, why?
You got so many, like, up-and-coming producers have seen that and just cringed, because the amount that, like, a laptop like that and everything.
The audio files on that laptop must have been so expensive.
Yeah.
My God.
It's got to have a backup, though. Like, come on, man. At that point.
I mean, everyone says they do, but no one really does.
Yeah. So, the EDM scene, which I guess is where your music fits into, really, it's a very vast landscape, isn't it? Like, it is. There's a lot of different genres. So, what genres would you say, if any, does your music fit into?
None of them, and a little bit of all of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to say, like, oh, it's just house, or it's, like, drum and bass, or it's, like, any number of, like, electronic genres, but it is and isn't everything. Like, it's just whatever I want it to be.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That makes me sound a bit up my own doesn't it?
Nah, man. I like these producers that disregard the whole genre side of things. That's how you come out with a new sound. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You can have an approach, like, if you go, I want to make some jungle music, yeah, by all means, you can go and make jungle music, but someone else has done it. But if you blend that with something else, like you just mentioned house to drum and bass, like, you never hear those two things in, like, the same environment, and people need to push boundaries like that.
Hell yeah, because you should be hearing those things in the same environment, because, like, why does it matter? You know, like, oh, you want to listen to 128.4 on the floor music? Well, no, be adventurous. Like, do something else. Stop being boring. It's horrific. Oh.
Yes, man. Just explore all the sounds available. You're going to find something that you like. And if you make the music as well, like, yeah, don't restrict yourself to one genre. Take elements from everything. You will come out with something as unique as the Jessica Hyde sound, which I think we need to hear.
Thank you.
We need to hear another tune from you. So, what can we play next?
Okay, so I've thrown together something recently with a bloke called Harry, lovely guy. But I've made a VIP of our song together, and I would absolutely love to play that.
Awesome. So what is this VIP called?
It's just called Jessica's VIP, but the track's called I Don't Know Man, because we actually haven't finished it yet. So yeah, hell yeah.
Awesome, nice one. So we're getting like a little listen to the demo, I guess, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nice, yeah.
The
Thanks,
VIP
thanks
of a
for
demo.
letting us
So
show these tunes that no one's heard before.
it's all right. I hope they're of decent quality.
Man, I listened to them before we came and did the interview. Like,
Hell yeah.
they're good tunes, bro. Good tunes. Right, so this is Jessica's VIP of a tune that is
Hell
yet to be
yeah.
named, but is currently called I Don't Know, Man. So, enjoy! What you just heard there was Jessica's VIP of a tune that is yet to be named, but hopefully we will see that released soon. Or maybe it'll just stay an exclusive. Keep it as a dub plate.
Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, man. So, we haven't had a live performance from you on the show today, but there is a reason for this. We are hoping to, at some point in the future, get a DJ set from you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nice
So
one.
down.
So we will hopefully be getting that on the Flexy Records SoundCloud as soon as we can get it sent over, really. So, yeah, look forward to more stuff from Jessica Hyde on the Flexy Records socials. You'll see when that's out. We'll be sharing it on everything we've got available. Speaking of which, where can our audience stay up to date with what you've got going on online?
Okay, so as of right now, I'm like a little bit of a ghost, but that's subject to change like really soon. So the only place like I'm available at the minute is SoundCloud, and it's soundcloud.com/whereisjessicahyde. So there.
Awesome. And this
Awesome.
is this is where Jessica Hyde is, by the way. Answer to the question, sitting out
Right
the back
here.
of the saddle. Okay, I'll be sure to link your SoundCloud in the description. I'm certainly looking forward to these upcoming releases, that's for sure. And I've no doubt our audience will be. So yeah, I guess before we wrap up this interview right now, is there any words you would like to leave with the audience?
Yeah, just please don't be boring. Explore yourself. Like, don't just eat bread, because, oh my god, no one wants to be around someone that just eats bread all the time.
Yeah. At least have some butter on that bread. Come on.
Yeah, oh my god. Like, toast it or something.
I was actually at a party the weekend, and no word of a lie, I was just eating bread.
Sometimes you gotta do it, though, right?
Sometimes, when you've just had a bit too much and you just need something to soak up that alcohol
Oh my
that's
God.
tipping you over the edge.
Actually, I will tell you this. So, like, every college ever has those smoking shelters, right?
Of course.
I was that weirdo that would go co-op on the break, come back with bread and make myself a sandwich, sat at the smoking shelter, just talking to everyone. It was great.
What would be the filling on your sandwich?
Nothing, just bread.
So, what the heck? What is this hypocrisy? You're the first person that I've heard tell someone, don't just
Alright,
eat bread.
Maybe crisps.
Maybe
Maybe crisps. Maybe crisps sometimes.
Nice. Any particular flavour of crisp?
Oh god, anything but those. Oh, what are they called? It's the green ones, and I can't quite remember what they're called. Cheese and onion. Yeah, anything but cheese and onion and ready salted. Anything but that. Yeah.
Fair play.
Awesome.
All right then. Well, there's your final words from James Newell of Jessica Hyde. Don't just eat bread.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you so much to yourself for joining us on the show.
All good. Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, man, it's been a good
Hell
interview.
yeah.
I've enjoyed this. Yeah, and I've really enjoyed your music, and I know I'm excited for the upcoming releases. So let's hope our audience is as well. And of course, speaking of the audience, Many thanks for taking the time to tune into Flexi Fridays this week. It means a lot to me and to anybody that's involved. I have no doubt they are grateful for the support you are giving us that makes what we're doing worth doing. And hopefully you're discovering a lot of new music from this show. Every week a new artist, what's not to like? And yeah, so until next week where we'll have another new artist. Ciao for now.
Hell yeah.